Pyramid schemes? What's fam? Watch out for alligators. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, and welcome to I'm Becoming a God in Central Florida. I'm your host, Jackie Nova, and oh my gosh, we are talking all kinds of scheming, lies, and dream big mentorship listening tapes like, oh my God, and alligators. I've got my co-host here, Tara Erickson. She is an actress, comedian, and she's got a couple of things to keep you guys on alert for pyramid schemes.
I do. I mean, have you guys or a loved one ever lost anyone to a pyramid scheme? I'm just saying, I think here's a graph that I would like to show you so that the science speaks for itself. Are we just popping into this real quick or not yet?
You know what? We're going to tease you guys a little bit. We're going to tease you.
We're going to get to it.
We're going to get to it.
Okay.
We're going to give you guys a top 3 segment. We got to have like Kirsten Dunst top 3 favorite movies.
Into it.
We're going to totally get into that. We're also going to get into news because Kirsten Dunst has a star. And don't you want to find out where that star is? And we've got, Florida schemes for pyramid schemes in our segment special. Go-getter mentorship taping. We've got, the Stubbs family.
Oh, yeah.
FAM, which is Founders American Merchandise. What are your overall thoughts, Tara? Like, what is going on here? Episode 1, episode 2 of season 1. I already am in love with this show.
Me too. I absolutely adore it. Travis Stubbs, the way that he was presented in the very first episode just came on so hot, so strong. So when, spoiler alert, we lose him at the end in leading us to the second episode, does it blow out the world of like what a pyramid scheme is, and it makes it insane. And there are so many like signs in the first episode of what's about to happen to Travis Stubbs and how it may all go wrong in the most extraordinary ways.
I had no idea that they would go with a bang.
Yeah.
I had no idea first episode was going to be that impactful. The dude was sweating bullets, and it's that feeling of like, I want to do great for my family, and I want to be a millionaire and a gazillionaire, and I want us to have all these things, and I'm going to leave the insurance company because Travis, he's in the insurance business, and she works with, I was calling it something totally different. But she works with
Rebel
Rabbit, you see? Okay, people, I am obsessed with rabbits, and I want to keep calling this place Rebel Rabbits, but it's Rebel Rapids.
Rapids.
Yes.
Like water.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was blown away with the first episode. I was like, what is going on? So my overall thoughts was, I am so glad that Kirsten Dunst and her team, which is also George Clooney is one of the executive producers, and I'm so glad they made this type of show.
Yeah.
Because somewhere along the line, there has got to be people that need to be alerted. And it's just nobody's digging into this and chopping it up and saying, hey, enough is enough.
Right.
But it's about time.
Because it still exists and people are losing their money.
Yeah.
Also, Downline.
Oh my God, the downline, the uplines. Like, what in the world? I have been like, people, I'm like, listen, I don't have sucker over my head. No, thank you. I'm not being part of Amway. I'm not being part of whatever your little majigger thing is.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into topics, and we're going to talk about Crystal Stubbs.
Yep.
Which is Kirsten Dunst.
That's her.
Oh, tell me, how do you feel about this character? I love her.
I adore her. Anybody who rides up in a 4-wheeler smoking a cigarette with her baby attached to the front of her is amazing, in my opinion. I'm like, why weren't you in the Olympics?
Exactly.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, she's incredible. And she's got these cojones on her. She's got a pair of balls.
Yeah.
She's running the town, honey. She's ready to become God of Central Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Which is adjacent to Orlando. Like half my family lives in Florida, who's in like Miami and the Georgia area. So yeah, we can really relate to this type of story. So I really hope my family watches this show.
I hope so too.
And then Travis Stubbs, which is played by, I just realized because he looks so familiar, Alexander Skarsgård. What a great job. That family is so famous. How do you feel about his performance?
I mean, I think he did wonderful also because I think he's hot. I'm a big fan of him from Big Little Lies. And then him in this show, you're like, he's not attractive. And that takes a really good skill to like, it's not like he just slapped on a mustache and a mullet. He was like, he was totally enraptured in this like weird character of like, gotta sell stuff, like gotta get on it. Yeah. And I thought he did a wonderful job.
Yeah, with the mullet and everything, he really portrayed that like.
He was in it.
Yeah, he was so in it. I was like, oh my God, I see so many people that look like him in Florida. Like, oh my goodness. And I really thought it was going to be like a trailer type of trash thing, but it's not. They have a home. It's, you know, I mean, we got alligator skins dangling, but all good.
Right.
I love those characters. And what about Cody, the motivational upline? He is like on crack on like 15. Yeah. What about this character?
He's like a young kid with dreams, and he ran after him. He loves Garbo so much that you're like, if you love, Garbo is his god, which means like he will forever and always be attached to the system. He believes in it. So he's the kid that's like gonna hustle, and that's why he has like somewhat of an okay downline. I hate saying downline. It makes me want to internally vomit because it's like, why do I know this lingo now? It's because of the show. Yeah. But Cody is a really, really great actor, and I laugh at a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah, he's a Canadian actor. He's out. Hey, Canada. And then we have Ernie. He's such a sweet guy, the neighbor, and you know his name is Mel Rodriguez. He is such a sweetheart, and oh my goodness, we're gonna let you know because we're gonna get into, because it's kind of short-lived episode 1. Yeah, it's really kind of cuts to the chase. It gets to like, okay, finally quitting my job, and I'm like, oh my God, he's doing it. Yeah, and then when that happened, when the water, like he sees the moose, and and he hits the water, weren't you like, I know I was like, okay. He's going to be okay. He got out. Like, you know, you could be trapped. What did you feel about that when good old Mr. Alligator came and snatched him up?
I mean, I screamed. But also, there's a part in the show where he lets out the birds, and there is one pigeon dead. And Alexander's character, Travis Stubbs, is the only one who really notices it. It's dead in the box. And I'm like, that is the biggest piece of foreshadowing. I immediately noticed it and was like, something bad is going to happen here. I at first thought it was maybe a dream sequence, even though we had seen the moose before. But yeah, when it went in the water, I was like, oh, he lost his car. And now like he's gonna have no money. It's gonna be like more of a terrible life. And then all of a sudden I was like, he's dead?
I know. Yeah. Oh my God, the way that ended, like I was just like, hold on, he's like the star of the show. Well, Kirsten Dunst is the star of the show. We all know this. Right. But like that's her husband. He would, to us, wow, that was a very tricky, like side swiping. I jumped out of my couch screaming. My neighbors are probably like, what is she watching? I was just like, no.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. It just was out of nowhere of like, no, they wouldn't kill off Skarsgård this early, would they?
Would they?
They did.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. And then we have Rhonda, the repo girl. Oh, she is working it in this, you know, in these episodes. Love her.
I love her. She's hilarious. I'm like, anybody who gets a repo woman, you better hope it's someone like Rhonda who's gonna fake it for you so that you don't have to die of embarrassment.
Oh my goodness. I gotta say, she really, I love how she embodied that role. I love how she did do her a solid, because Crystal was just like, but it's my house. Yeah. Like, I felt so bad for her. I was like, because this segues perfectly into episode 2, because that's when it's like she had to go in and she had to, like, what did you feel about the shooting of the alligators just to make like things step it up a notch? Like, I was like, oh, at first I thought, oh, she's gonna kill for revenge. I was forgetting that there's alligator poaching. Right. And you can like actually make money off of this.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, what did you feel about that?
I feel like it's double. I feel like she went to go get revenge of like her like internal scream. It was so like guttural that I'm like, oh, she's screaming because she just lost her husband, and like her husband was going to quit his job to keep their house, to keep their family together. And like also she's smart. And I wonder if like after the fact she realized like, I'm going to take you home now. Like, I'm not just going to kill an alligator. I'm going to take it home and skin it, which I just think is great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it can't get any better than that. When I saw a little further into the episode, I was like, oh, this is for money, because she needs to survive and she wants to keep her house. She wants to keep his memory alive. She's got to take care of her daughter. So I was like, oh my God, this woman is a badass. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I would do that.
Yeah, me too.
I would do that, totally. I could totally see us too going into the swamp and
right?
You're gone, alligator. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, get him alive.
Alligator purse going for $1,000.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then we have we get into the pyramid schemes and like Founders American merchandise and all about fam and how like obsessed Cody is about like his downline. And I mean, he cannot lose Crystal. And what a great actor.
Yeah, I mean, I love him. I think even his subtle moments when he's like, oh, no problem. But what if I can't capture my downline? You know, it's great. I love him.
Yeah, he's really intense. Mm-hmm. He is all about the moment. He is all about just like he is so. I don't think I've ever seen somebody that obsessed over something. He's like a little loony.
Yeah, he's brainwashed for sure in all the right ways by fam. Yeah. And that's why he's such a good employee to them.
Oh, yeah. And how do you feel about how he just keeps, I swear to God, he's like a turd. Yeah. He keeps popping up wherever the hell Crystal goes. Right. And she's already like, oh God, here he comes again. Yep. Like, whatever. How do you feel like how he just keeps popping up?
Well, I feel like he's smart in the sense that Travis held a lot of his downline. So meaning like he loses Travis, he loses a lot of his life. Yeah. So it's like Crystal is his last little piece that he's like, well, maybe I could still live and not be totally beyond my means if I keep Crystal in this like scheme.
Yeah.
But he just believes everything in the Garbo system. Like he really does like believe it.
Yeah.
Which I think makes him just a great character because there's a lot there. Travis Stubbs was like that too.
Yeah, in that Garbo system. My God, when he comes himself, the God himself in the helicopter. For a second I was like, oh, they're actually going to show him. I didn't think they were going to show him.
Right.
And then he's just so. What a ballsy guy. I mean, it's her funeral. I mean, it's his funeral. And poor Crystal is there watching her husband laying there in a casket. Well, whatever remains, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the funeral. But like, how did you feel about how it was so presentational? It was so big.
Yeah, I felt
funeral.
Well, I felt like for him specifically, like Garbo coming in, is that he was like, I didn't kill your husband, alligator did. I don't even know if he spoke with an accent, but I feel like he did a little bit.
He had a little accent.
He had a little bit going on. He was just very straightforward, and I think the best part of that scene in the funeral is that he's literally sitting there with her, and his body language is he's fully like back like this, like he does not care. He's not sitting up straight, and I'm like, that's the best way to represent this character. He does not give a flying F. No. He has tons of money, and everyone is his downline.
Yeah.
And he's there to be like, you know, listen, Crystal, like what your husband was doing was a great thing, and he just happened to die via alligator.
Right. Well, like who told him to go into the swamp? I mean, he's a bit of a Jerk.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I love how Crystal is just like still persistent, and she's like, you know what? You're gonna make this right. And she just keeps digging and digging and digging, and it's just like she gets a phone call from Buzz, who's quite the buzzkill and a bit of not a nice guy. Right. When I thought at first he was a nice guy, because I was like, oh, he was part of her cheerleading like family and all that stuff, and so he wants to help out. Right. Like, oh, let me call Crystal, and then she hears the message. You see how quick she went to like get the call, like, oh, because she's thinking money.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this guy's going to be a really great help for her. What a piece of something he is.
I know, right? And then he called her in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the worst.
Yeah.
He also was the one that his daughter wanted to get lessons, right?
Yes,
Peter.
yes,
okay.
yes.
So we're talking about,
Yes, indeed. They just called him Buzz.
Yeah, not a good guy.
Good old Buzz. You're not a good guy, Buzz.
No.
And, I feel like these episodes are... they're not as long as I thought they were going to be. But I've been testimonial of, like, I think that's why they're such a good show. Mm-hmm. It's dark comedy. It's just, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, you enjoyed it too.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to figure out what guest to bring in here because...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We could get the Skarsgård.
Right. We got to get somebody in here. Right.
So, guys, listen. Before we get into all that, talk about Skarsgård and why we love to be here at AfterBuzz, Tara is going to let us all know why we love AfterBuzz so much.
We love it so much. Thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. Make sure, guys, though, to keep us... that you like, you review, you leave a lot of comments. Give us 5 stars on iTunes. Like us on YouTube. Leave us a bunch of comments. Tell us what you want us to cover on this show or maybe what we missed. I love coming here because I love to talk to other people who are obsessed with TV just like me. So keep checking in. Make us 5 stars everywhere, always, all the time so that we can always be here for you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us.
That's right. We love AfterBuzz. That's right. And to sort of end off episode 3, I like how they ended it with the cop is there because of the poaching, because of Mr. Big Mouth, the salesman Buzz.
Right. And you mean episode 2.
In episode 2.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, episode. Thank you, because brand new show. Hey, but we're loving it. We are grooving it. Whatever you guys have any comments, listen, we're going to get on there. We're going to chat back with you. And yeah, we're super, super excited about this. But we're going to get into our top 3 of Kirsten Dunst's favorite movies of all time, and we're gonna let Tara take that away.
Okay, I choose first number 1. A lot of people are probably not gonna agree with me, but bring it on. I watched that movie almost like every day of freshman year of high school. I think she did such a phenomenal job. She's was a great character in that movie. I absolutely adored her. My next pick is not a movie, it's a TV show, which is Fargo, season 3, which I believe is where she met her husband, Jesse Plemons. I just found out that they're married. And I was like, what? Which means Fargo did great things for them. And I absolutely adored her in Fargo. I was like, wow, Kirsten, she's like really bringing it. I haven't seen her in a minute. Yeah. And I know you have another pick.
God, I have Spider-Man. Yes. Spider-Man. And we were all talking before the show started, and we were talking about how, like, that's the first type of scene where, a girl gets to kiss a guy that's in a suit and he unravels his mask just so gently and sexy, and he's upside down. And then now we're all like, hey, get in a suit and kiss us upside down. Darn it. Yeah, I just love her in that.
She's great.
Yeah,
I mean, great. I love her in, like, there's so many movies.
There's so many.
But you guys got to tell us and comment, because I feel like everyone's going to be like, no, Marie Antoinette, drop dead gorgeous. And that is okay.
Yeah.
You guys let us know what your top 3 are. We would love to hear from you guys, because I'm sure it's probably different from what we just chose.
Oh, yeah. I'm so super sure. I mean, so get on there, let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Love these 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into a special segment that we call Florida Ski.
Hey, oh my gosh, I already started with this at the top. But have you or a loved one ever lost somebody to a pyramid scheme? The torture! I'm here to share with you a little scientific graph that's going to help you hopefully never go to that and advise people never to get involved with one. Okay, so multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, another name for it. Just so you know, we have a graph up, but I'm going to explain that the profit in a pyramid scheme is 0.4%. Not even 4, 0.4. You can make 2.9% of a profit from gambling. Okay, so you might as well just go to Vegas and do not join a pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
A no product pyramid scheme, which is just like marketing, you could make a 10% profit. Small business, 39%. Think of something cool, start running a business, 39%. Like, no pyramid scheming here. Legitimate direct selling, like, I don't know, open up a store, sell some stuff, do some art.
Yeah.
Or a wage earner, like most of us are. You got a job, 100% profit, baby. Who could have thought? Wow. So next time anybody's like, hey, somebody approached me with a lot of lotions. They were like, pay me $100. You sell these for however much you want. You'd be like, no, stop. Get a job.
Get a job, no pyramid schemes.
There you go.
And why do you think it is? I mean, Florida, so many people in Florida fall into the trap. Is it because maybe they have more people that are retired and maybe they're just not so aware and they're in like vacation, like there's so many vacationers, there's so many people. I mean, yeah, it's just there really is a lot of vacationers and a lot of people that are retired.
Right. I feel like they prey on the weak. So either like single stay-at-home moms or possibly retired people who need to stay at home and possibly make a living, or like maybe just go out and about but still be in their like neighborhood, in their group of friends. Like, oh, it's so easy, you can work from home and make $50,000. All lies. So that you just invite people over, throw a little party, and you're like, everybody will buy something, right? And then I make all my profit back. Like, it's not going to happen. Not all your friends have money to give you to buy a lotion that really costs you $10. I feel like they're really good at preying on weak people, like people who obviously are struggling and need money.
Yeah, well, just like Travis.
Yeah.
They saw him coming from a mile away. Poor Travis. Now he's in the alligator's tummy.
He was sucked in, too. He didn't even get out early. He lasted to his death.
Oh, boom, which I'm sure so many have.
I know.
Yes. Oh, no. Well, hey, now we have some news. So,
TV News.
Let me just tell you that Kirsten Dunst received the coveted Hollywood Walk of Fame star on Thursday, just this Thursday, after over 2 decades in the industry. The actress is 37, who has starred in films including Maria Antoinette, like we were just mentioning, Bring It On, Spider-Man, and oh God, so many, amongst many others. Introduced by her fiance, actor Jesse Plemons, like you were mentioning at the ceremony. How sweet is that?
I love it.
I think that's been something that's been long overdue.
I agree. I think it's been something that's been on her mind of like not getting as much recognition, I think, for all of her work all throughout so many years, that I think like, yay, cool.
Yeah, because she's been acting since she was 3 years old. I was watching some interviews with her and it's just like, what? And she actually was so nervous to do any kind of speech for her her Hollywood sign there. She was so nervous.
Really?
I was like, you've been doing this since you were in diapers. How are you so nervous? But she was just like, I don't like public speaking. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's so sweet, so humble. I love her. She's such an incredible actress.
Yeah.
And we've got here who plays Travis, Alexander Skarsgård, no stranger to our business, comes from a long line of Skarsgård actors, beginning with his father, Stellan, and siblings like Gustav, Valter, and everyone knows Bill Skarsgård from It and It Chapter 2. Like,
hey, baby. Pennywise.
This is a famous family. My gosh. I'm going to have to look up what the rest of them look like. They all look very similar.
Yeah.
But we were in agreement that he's the better looking one so far.
Yes.
And we also have, he plays Cody, the upline obsessive salesman here with FAM. He's all about FAM, Founders American Merchandise, and is played by Canadian actor Theodore Pellerin. I feel I'm gonna have to find out more about him. I feel like he's Spanish because he was doing a lot of Spanish dancing and he was listening to a lot of merengue and salsa. But I don't know, because it's Florida, que mi gente, tú sabes, le encantan los españoles because we're all Spanish.
Más despacio, por favor. Okay, estoy aprendiendo español, pero not that fast.
Despacio. Yes. But these are really great actors. Oh my goodness gracious. I love every second of it. So we're going to get into predictions.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Your AfterBuzz.
Okay.
God. Sarah, oh boy, what do you predict for the next episode coming up?
Okay, so Ernie, he is in a real compromised position, and a pyramid scheme preys on the weak, and Ernie does the gloomy zoomies.
Yeah.
Boom, baby. He is gloomy zooming every night and crying in a pool, okay? His life is hard, but you know what's so precious about Ernie is that he's like, it's hard to be sad when you're doing something good for somebody else. Like, he lives a life where he always says, like, I'm happy, and his kids are happy, and his wife's happy, and they're like, we don't need anything. But I feel like there is going to come a point, as you see, prepped by the end of season 2, that he is starting to feel like he might need something more for his family. Like, he might not be offering enough for them, which I think he will fall into the pyramid scheme. And I think Crystal's going to be really good at selling him on it, because she asked him, what's the biggest thing, that you want? Like, dream big. They said a couple of peacocks, and I think the kid was like, maybe a Game Boy. But then later he was like, I don't need a Game Boy, because he's a sweet kid, because Ernie's a good father. That I feel like she's going to make a big move, and she's going to buy him some great stuff and be like, look how much I've earned from fam. Here's a great big gift. And then I feel like it's going to get Ernie on board and hopefully grow a bunch of fam stuff at Rebel Rapids. But who knows?
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. My prediction is I feel like Cody is going to somehow, like, he's just going to mess up somehow, because he's so desperate, and she's going to smell it from a mile away. Crystal's going to smell it from a mile away, and Crystal absolutely is going to have so many happy, because I'm cheating just a little bit because I saw the next episode. So guys, I'm not gonna say anything about it, but I just feel like good things are coming for her. More money is coming her way.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. And she's such a go-getter that I feel like she's the one who's becoming a god of Central Florida for sure.
I totally agree. And I mean, they set it up in the pilot. There are 2 of her lines that she said, I do not beg, and I will never be poor again. Which sets her up that even though she lost her husband, she will not beg, and she will never be poor again. And we all believe her. Even if you forgot about those lines, that's going to happen. I foresee in her future lots of money.
That's right. That's right. Lots of money. And Buzz, I feel like, I don't know. I don't think he's going to last in the episode, like, too many further episodes.
Right.
Just maybe another one, or maybe like 2 more or something. He's just, well, who knows? Maybe because he's the salesman and he's known her for a long time, he's going to be that guy that just keeps like poking into her business.
Right.
He's a little, I thought he was such a nice guy. I got fooled a little bit.
Me too.
But he's not.
He's not a good guy. He is the same. Is he the same guy that went into the garage with his daughter to get? Okay, I'm just making sure. So he was so obviously not a good guy when they're in the garage. The scene with the mannequins is one of my favorite scenes of the show. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. It's a brilliant scene. It's just a great visual. Yeah. But how weird is it of how he's looking at Crystal's character? And I did not know who the young girl was. I thought Crystal was trying to sell him fam stuff by doing a dance. And then later you're like, oh, she's trying to teach the girl how to win Miss Florida Universe.
Yeah.
The way that he was looking at in
he was
very
eating her up like an alligator.
Lustful way with his daughter sitting right there.
I know.
Gnarly.
I was like, dude, have a little respect. Your daughter's right there. Yeah. Anybody else that it might have just been coming into it would have been like, what? Yeah. So that's like, I just feel like he's gonna be around. I'm gonna change my mind. He's not gonna leave right away, because he's just that thorn that you need in each episode.
Yeah, he's a button pusher.
Yeah, he's like,
yes,
malo tú eres, malo.
Oh, heck
and Ernie's for sure. He's just, Ernie, we love you.
We do. We love you so much.
He's so
Gloomy
sweet.
zoomies.
I know. He's such a sweet guy, and I, he loves Crystal so much. He's gonna do whatever for her. I
agree.
And I feel that because she's showing the light of so many nice, happy moments for him. I feel like he's gonna definitely somehow be involved with fam.
And I'm terrified for him, because he really has said every episode, I'm happy. Like, we're good. And he actually does seem that way. I think that anybody who does lead a happy life can still get down.
Yeah.
But when you see Ernie in the last of the episode, that really got me. And man, I have a lot of respect for him as an actor. I think he's doing a great job.
He is.
I'm really going to be tortured when he falls into the pyramid scheme, and it may wreck his family, because I do adore him.
I adore him, yeah. He's got a beautiful family. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites.
He's doing it right.
Yes. She's Crystal's lucky to have him as a neighbor.
I agree.
And a friend. Mm-hmm. So where can, we got to wrap it up, guys, here. We covered everything.
Yeah.
Where can everyone find you, Tara Erickson?
Guys, you can find me all over YouTube, but just all over the internet under Tara Erickson, TaraErickson. Come and say hello.
Hello. We love the 90s. And you can find me at Jackie Nova 7, all social media, and oxfilms.us, because my feature film, which is an action suspense thriller by Richard Ryan and I produced it. We're the stars of it. It's called Art of Deception. It comes out October 8th. So pumped. And I am here tonight with El Secreto de Selena at 11 o'clock at night. I'm also bringing the funnies on Tuesday, so watch out for that. And Wednesday, 90210, and Pearson, Boom, and Why Women Kill on Thursday. Honey, I am after buzzing all week long. That's where you can find me. Thank you so much for watching on Becoming a God in Central Florida.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.